What's up, everybody? It's Dom Universe. Now, today I wanted to make an important video for people who are afraid of demons or who want to know how to fight off demons or kill demons, period. So first off, before we get into this, I want you to know, for people who are afraid of dark entities or entities, period, or demons or whatever, I want you to know, in this life, before you even die, you gonna have to face your own demons. You're going to have to face the demons that you have inside of you already. So there should be no reason you have to be afraid of demons that are outside or around you or in the spirit realm. Because the demons you have attached to you, the problems you have, the habits you trying to get over, them gonna be the toughest demons you face in this life, on God. They're gonna be the toughest demons you face in this life is your own demons. So you cannot be afraid of other demons that are outside of you, especially. So demons that are inside you already, that should be like your conditioning to not being afraid of demons. But anyway, this is especially to people who suffering from any of the 7 deadly sins or any habits, period. Because if you got habits are, it's a demon for damn near every habit, every fucked up habit, every bad habit. So anyway, moving on. You have to overcome fear. So I told y'all you have to be, basically, this tie in with your chakras, because you already know you gotta have a grounded, you have to be grounded. You gotta have your root chakra balanced, all 3 of your lower chakras. If you're not balanced, they can see the light coming from your root chakra. And this if you in your root chakra, I mentioned this so much, you gonna be anxious. You probably afraid of other humans. You probably feel like somebody out to attack you. You clenching in different parts of your body. Your energy do not flow. You not at ease. And you probably got money problems and shit like that, or you suffering from having bad habits. This is all lower chakra bullshit. Demons are attracted to your lower chakra, especially when you sleep. They see the light coming from your root chakra. Your root chakra shines. We are light. But anyway, moving on. Your inner light. So I told y'all about the Kundalini, especially if your Kundalini is activated or rising at all. I told y'all the Kundalini is a blue flame that's inside of you. It's the same science as an oven. How an oven got a fire pit at the bottom on the inside, and then it mixed with carbon on the inside of the fucking stove to make the fire, then the fire go up to the top. It's the same as what's inside of you. All the technology we use is a copy of the human body. Darkness consumes light. So I want y'all to know, before we get even deeper into this, dark, you have to stop polarizing light and dark. Stop polarizing things, period. Just because something is dark does not mean it is of dark nature. So you can see a dark entity and that entity not be a demon. So even if it is a demon, you're not supposed to look at it as like, oh, that's a dark spirit. You know what it is, but remember, dark and light is it's the same thing. But at the same time, darkness can consume light. This is why you shouldn't be labeling dark bad. Dark equals nothingness, which equals yin, which is feminine. And remember, before there was something, there was nothing in existence, right? So all of that out there is made out of dark matter. All of that, the universe, whatever we call out of space, that is all made out of dark matter. And it can consume fucking light. This is why light travels up there in space. This is why light has to travel. It has to travel through the darkness, right? So yeah, just like you, no matter where you have light, you have to have dark. If the sun is out, something is going to be casting a shadow somewhere on this planet, right? A building casting a shadow on the ground. A tree casting a shadow on the ground. You casting a shadow on the ground, right? So darkness does not mean bad. We just throwing that out there, right? So the main thing here about this this whole topic, right, is that you know how I say we are wizards, right? We are wizards. And everything we do, whatever we say or think, it manifests in the spirit realm before it manifests here into this life. The spirit realm is all around us. Remember that. We see a small fraction of it. Some people are clairvoyant enough to see entities and communicate with them, right? Excuse me. Some people are that clairvoyant. But most humans, we only see 0.0035% of what's going on around us. This is why cats are able to see spirits. They see more into the spirit realm than we do. All animals see more into the spirit realm than we do. Not all of them. I ain't gonna say all of them. But yeah, cats are the most spiritually advanced animals. So that being said, since anything we say manifests in the spirit realm first, right? Think about that. If we was able to see 100% of the light spectrum around us, instead of 0.0035, we would be able to see things like energy with our physical eyes. We would be able to see like smell when somebody fart or breathe. We would be able to see it. We would be able to see more than just the colors that we see. We only see 7 colors on the spectrum, if you get what I'm saying. Because every color on the spectrum, every color, all colors come from those 7 colors on the spectrum. All colors that we see, brown, gray, that all the colors that's even not on the color, that's all the fucking 7 colors. All colors originate from those colors, whether you mix them or not, whether you get different shades of these colors or not. There are other colors that we are not able to see, just like bees. Bees see a different color spectrum than we see. Certain animals see different color spectrums than we see. A lot of animals see less colors than we see. So we would be able to see entities more if we saw 100% of the light spectrum. So anyway, since everything manifests, right? I told y'all you can ward off or kill or make demons go away with the power of word. Now remember, we are magicians. We are always casting spells and we don't realize it. Whenever we say we are casting a spell, this is why you got to be aware of what you're saying. Because English, especially if you speak English, it's a bastardized language. Just imagine it like if there was no such thing as structured language. All these words meant something before they were put into a structured language, right? Before there was like English, Spanish, any language. Language with the mouth is the lowest form of communication, right? We use language. Language is basically vibration. Before we were speaking language, we were speaking something called the language of light. It's light language. It's what you see babies speaking. They not speaking a structured language, but there is an emotion behind the words. That's all we doing when we talking, even if we talking with a structured language. We say a certain word, right? Or a certain sentence, but there's an energy behind it. So, for example, if I say bitch in an aggressive way, right? Behind that word is anger and aggression, right? Now, if there was no such thing as the word bitch and you put anger and aggression behind another word, it will be the same thing. If you are following what I'm saying, if you picking up what I'm putting down, so that being said, the power of word, so let's say you in your room, right? And a demon was around you. You could feel it, but you couldn't see it. But you know it's there, but you just can't see it. Or you even heard it. You could get it out of there by saying something. Because when you say something, it's going to manifest. So if you say something like leave, this is why you see in movies with ghosts, you see people doing things like praying out loud, calling upon Jesus, or reading a scripture out of the Bible, right? And the demon gets out of the house. And plus, even when you doing this, you have to believe what you are saying. You have to know that you are casting a spell on that demon. You always casting spells. We always casting spells and we don't realize it. So when you fighting off demons, you are intentionally casting spells. Tell it to get the fuck out or make it disappear. Demons are weaker than us. We have weight on our life right now. And by that, I mean, we living in physical. In the spirit realm, the life is not as heavy as it is in the material. So we have more weight in our existence, if you following what I'm saying. So anyway, we are sorcerers. Wizards, sorcerers, like witches, is all the same shit. They practice magic, right? So I have a little passage right here, right? I wrote down. Take this in. Listen to what I'm about to say. Take the word source, right? We about to talk about the source, right? The highest God, the source. When you hear source, you think about the main source where everything originate, right? Like if somebody came to you with information and you didn't really believe the information. So you ask them who is the source? Where did you get this information from? You're wanting to know who the source is, right? So when we talking about sorcery, this is you getting energy from the source to perform magic, right? To perform wizardry. You manifesting, right? The master manifester is the source. So we are in the image of the source, right? The source can fix anything. We were created in the image of the source, right? We are God, right? So we can perform magic too. Real magic is magic. That is real magic. White magic, black magic, that is real magic. If it got a K at the end, it's real. Magic is fake magic. Period. That's fake stand-up magic. That's comedic, parodic magic. It's not even real. But anyway, before there was something, there was nothing, right? I told y'all that. So before there was anything, darkness is nothingness, right? Which is yin, which is feminine, which is creation. When you are in your right brain, your feminine brain, inside of you, you are using the inside of your body, your imagination, your creativity. You in a love space. You able to feel whatever you're trying to manifest. When you able to feel what you're trying to manifest, you add weight onto it in order for it to become in existence quicker. This makes it come quicker. This is why I say create from the heart, because the heart is where feeling is, right? So through the source, thinking and feeling, which is right brain, aka feminine, the universe is a feminine energy, right? The universe, it birthed everything in this solar system, right? That is why the sun out there in the solar system is called the sun. Like you are birthed, like the sun from a woman. The universe is a feminine energy. Remember, everything, see, in order for you to understand magic, you need to understand the 7 Hermetic principles, because you will understand polarity. But I will make a video on the 7 Hermetic principles, because I believe the 7 Hermetic principles have way more purpose than just magic. Because I do believe the 7 Hermetic principles can cure like mental ailments. I do believe that. But anyway, so light can be consumed by darkness. Remember that. When you going in for something, when you using yin realm, when you using imagination, life is becoming more magic. Imagination. Magic. Imagination. This is magic. I'm telling y'all. The more you notice, the more you become self-aware, the more you keep practicing all this stuff and learning, life become more like a dream. You become more able to manipulate it, and it become more magical. So y'all know how I told y'all about synchronicity. That's another thing you get when you practicing or learning about magic, or the 7 Hermetic principles. You learn polarity. You learn how to let that go, because if you're trying to manifest, you have to only have, like, say you had a thought to have something manifest, right? You wanted to manifest something. You have to only have the thought that it will happen. If you include the thought that there is a possibility of it not happening, this gives it polarity of it happening or it not happening. So it's a possibility of both. There has to be a probability of one thing happening. So you have to let go of the mindset of polarity. You split in your brain when you do that. It got to be a balance. So this is why I say have the thought, right? Which is masculine. Have the thought from your left brain. Create it. Create it in your mind. Imagine it. Imagine. It's creative thought. You basically combining masculine and feminine. But yeah, we sorcerers. When we create something in the spirit realm, it births. So it's the same as what happened in the universe. The universe birthed this solar system out, and now we got all these planets in the solar system. We have the sun, that big ass sun outside in the solar system, which is called Ra. Ra, or Atum, or Atom in the Bible. The first sun, right? The first atom to exist, right? Atom. Atom. We're all made of atoms. Everything is made out of atoms. Now, that's what I mean. Another thing is you need to get crystals to protect yourself. You gotta realize something. Like I told y'all, it's like a video game. It's like Pokemon. It's like any MMORPG game. It's like any MMORPG. It's like any RPG game. You walk around on Pokemon. You walk in tall grass. You either gonna get approached by another Poke trainer who gonna want to battle you, or you gonna get approached by a wild animal. The wild animal equals the wild Pokemon that attack you in the game in the tall grass. In real life, that will represent demons. Demons are parasitical. They are like animals. They attack. They feed off of things. They are parasites. They feed off of fear and low vibrational energy. And if they see that you are that, if they see that you vibrate and low, they're coming to you. They're going to come to you. We have demons. Earth is under the most demonic energy that it has ever been in history. It's going to be demons everywhere. People who are low vibrational, it's a lot of people with demons. Even people who are not low vibrational. You gotta get these demons out. Now my laptop just died, so I ain't gonna have I'm gonna try to remember this off the dome. You get me? So crystals. Get you crystals. Yeah, I just got this. So one thing about crystals is it help you activate your psychic abilities, right? This is an amethyst with a bunch of other little crystals. These activate my chakras. But this actually works. It been making me feel good, but we ain't gonna get into that exactly right now, right? So when we talking about getting crystals, you are getting, what you doing is strengthening your psychic abilities. You are strengthening your aura. When you have a strong aura, right? You won't be able to get sick, right? You are not able to get sick if you got a strong aura. If you have now that's at a physical level. That's at physical in this material realm. Now, also if your aura is strong, in the spirit realm around us, while we have a strong aura, this will be able to keep demons and parasitical entities away from us. Because they're not going to be able to get through our aura. Our aura is going to be too strong. When you have a strong aura, that means you vibrating at a high vibration, at a high frequency. If it's low, your aura weak. If you have a low vibration, you're vulnerable to being sick, becoming sick, getting diseases, viruses. You're vulnerable. So you got to get crystals. Crystals also protect you from diseases. It also strengthens your immune system. It protects you. They protect you from negative energy. They raise your vibration and strengthen your aura. I think I already said that. It do a lot of stuff. I would mainly, if somebody was to get a crystal, the first one I would say to get is a fucking amethyst. It's one of the best crystals, one of the most common and best crystals you could possibly get. This thing makes me feel good. I feel energetic. And it help people let go of bad habits. It really do. It strengthen you. It increase your willpower. Now, I'm not saying, cause if you most people are not gonna see this kind of amethyst. This is the amethyst right here. This purple shit. I'm over here stuttering like shit. I'm kind of excited. I'm trying to calm down, cause I ain't recorded a video in 2 days, so I'm kind of excited. Now, anyway, when we talking about just amethyst, this thing, it activate your pineal gland and your third eye. So you already know when you activate your pineal gland, you can see into the spirit realm. When you open your crown chakra, you are in connection with the spirit realm. You can see and communicate with the spirit realm, the universe, higher deities. You communicating with other life. You are aware of it. You are aware of the spirit realm, period. You aware of everything that's going on around you. So, but that's pretty much it. You have to practice. Remember though, the most important thing here is overcoming fear. You have to get fear out of you. Fear, I believe fear is a spirit. I do believe that. A spirit that we all have to face. Just like in the game, everybody play the same. Everybody got a game, right? Everybody buy a certain game. You all gotta face the same fucking enemies on a certain level, right? You start the game, y'all all gotta fight the same enemy on that same first level or second level, whatever, right? It's the same thing. A lot of people have to experience fear in order to overcome it. This is the best way. You have to experience fear to overcome it. Remember, I talked about alpha. Oh, We gonna end this video right after this. Somebody messaged me the other night or last night, and they brought to me something I actually spoke on once about chanting when you are meditating. People is starting to say, I'm starting to hear and see it more and more, that people saying chanting during your meditation is can basically induce spirits to come inside you or provoke spirits, dark spirits to come attack you. That's a fucking lie. Anybody that tell you that shit is lying and trying. Religious people want us to fear spiritual knowledge. Everything we try to practice that's spiritual, it's religious people calling it demonic, or it's ignorant people calling it demonic. I mean, it's religious people calling it demonic, or people who not spiritual or religious calling it demonic. People who are ignorant calling it demonic. When you are chanting, like for example, these sounds vibrate at a fucking frequency that heals. It connects you with the these. We talked about the frequencies. Look up the solfeggio frequencies. We can chant each of these frequencies, and they do things to us. Certain things like heal us, heal our heart, connect us with the divine, heal our DNA, strengthen your aura, connect you with higher dimensional beings. That mean fucking extraterrestrials. It do things like connect you to the source. It opens you up for downloads of information. It heals your body, mind, soul. It cures diseases. It cures mental ailments. It do many things. And you got people out here telling you that is chanting when you meditate and is demonic. When our ancestors did this, when this is a Soham meditation, those sounds, when you are chanting, vibrate at the sound of our fucking, it's the same frequency as the universe, which is what? 432 hertz. The word Om vibrates at the frequency of 432 hertz. That is the sound of God. So if you telling me chanting Om is demonic, you're calling the universe demonic. When the sound of 432 hertz heals our fucking DNA and brings it back to its original state, which is more powerful than what it is if you are fed bullshit by this government, basically. Like, think about your original DNA state. Your original DNA state is you don't have bullshit in you, you don't have fear in you, and you don't have like all types of fucking sicknesses. You have great memory, you have good eyesight, you able to access your psychic abilities. Basically, you're your original spiritual self if your DNA is back to its original state. So the fact that people are out here saying that chanting when you are meditating is demonic is fucking baffling to me. You do know it's different things you can chant, right? I could see if you was chanting something like Sat or Saturn or Satan during the meditation. That's a different story. But if you chant, matter of fact, I did an Instagram live a few days ago, and we on Instagram live meditated together. We did a Soham meditation with the mantras, with the mudras and the mantras. We did everything. We did the hand signs because each of your fingers have fucking chakras in them. Just like a wizard, you have different fucking elements in your fingers. You have fire, you have, what is this? You have air, you have Akash or etheric, which is what space is made out of, so that's dark fucking matter. You have, what is this one? This one is water. No, this one is water and this one is earth. So that's fire. That's fire. Your thumb is fire. Fire, air, Akash, earth, and water. So we have elements in our finger. When you get into your body, right brain, you are able to access these. If you put your hands in water, you are able to access these. If you are drawing, you are able to access these. If you are healing, you are able to access these. You ever read pictures or anything on the internet where it said different parts of your fingers activate different parts of your bodies when you touch them? Each of these between each ridge in your finger has a purpose. When you are touching these, if you learn about your hands and the chakras inside of your hands, you know that we have the ability to heal others and ourselves. This is what the practice of Reiki is. Reiki healers use this. I talked to y'all a long time ago, a few months ago about I was watching a man make women have orgasm by hovering his hand across all their chakras all the way to the bottom. And they were having orgasms. Now I told y'all, when you are meditating, or if you are asleep, if you, whatever it is, when you having certain experiences, your chakras send certain fluids up and down your fucking spinal column. So what do you think that liquid is when you are orgasming? Where do you think that liquid came from? It's produced by your fucking pineal gland. Thank you very much. Your pineal gland is connected to your psychic abilities, especially intuition. So what is that? Clairsentience. You're able to feel energy around you. You're able to see energy around you. We are limitless, and we are multidimensional beings. You got to remember, we are more capable of things that we aren't even aware of at this level, in this life. This is why I don't even talk about certain things I do, or I actually study magic and I actually look into it. This is why I be talking about the 7 Hermetic principles sometimes. This is why I've been a lot lately talking about polarity, because polarity and things like that, letting go of labels, it actually changed your fucking life. All of this stuff, I tell y'all, the 7 Hermetic principles, if you learn them and you keep studying them, over time, progressively, your life is going to start to become magical. You're going to see life as something you're able to manipulate and control. You make shit happen yourself, and everything you're going to start to manifest quicker. Excuse me, but that's pretty much it. Demons are weak. They're like bugs. You can squash them. They're weak. They don't have the power we have. Even if we died and we were living as a spirit, we're still stronger than a fucking demon. Darkness can consume light, but light is stronger than darkness. You get me? But that's pretty much it. Dom Universe taking off. I love you all. Like, subscribe. Peace.